we have to break this news before we get out of here. I'm so sorry. It won't be that long, Juju. I want you to pay special attention to this right now. So please start recording this. And so you can show to your friends. So before we do this, I just want to ask you guys, is it illegal to promote someone based upon their race, as we know in equal opportunity law? And if there's proof that we could see that there are promotions in the NYPD being given out based upon a person's race, should the DOJ come in and investigate that?
I think absolutely they should come and investigate it, because it's wrong to promote people just based on race. I mean, that you need to, just to fill a look, or say that we've have this many executives or this many detectives that are this race or that race. That doesn't fill the job. That what that does is just fill the look of the particular the department. You need to pick people who are competent enough and willing enough to do the job. So, I mean, I could tell you my own story. When I was an XO of SOD, Chief Whedon said, "Hey, Rob, I put you in for a 2-star position. Same spot, but they asked me, who should you pick as a 2-star? And I told them you." "Okay, hey, Chief, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. If it happens, it happens. I'm good." So he gets a call and says, "We like Lukash. He's okay, but we're looking for a minority, and we already have somebody in mind." So Whedon's like, "Why would you?" I don't even know why they asked me. Because now, if they didn't ask him and they just promoted that other person, that Whedon wouldn't have came to me, and I wouldn't have say, "Well, I'm not being picked because I'm not a black or a Hispanic," and I would have just been quiet about it. But instead, they literally told him, "No, Lukash doesn't fit the demographics that we want to promote at this time." So somebody else got promoted and got that position. But you know what? Yeah, I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair, and it's not right, especially if you're.
Oh, but it's illegal, though.
It's illegal. I mean,
illegal.
Yeah, I mean, I have a guy that was told. I have a chief that's asked, "Who do you want to, in your division? Who do you want to be a 2-star?" So he goes on, "My XO, Lukash, does all the work, blah, 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 everything else." Okay, well, then he's told, "Well, that's not the guy we want. We just asked you to." He was just asked to see if he gave the same name that they picked. That's all it was. This way they can say, "Oh, we're on the same page." Yeah, totally legal. I mean, did I do anything? No, but you know what? Eventually, I left because of it. So. Yeah, what am I going to say?
Juju's not a good cop because he doesn't understand that a first-hand account actually is evidence. So, but we're going to give you more than a first-hand account. Stay tuned. Keep recording, Juju. Stay tuned. Marlon, what do you think? Is that racist, what we just laid out? Is that illegal? Should the DOJ investigate if we could come up with proof that, in fact, that there's promotions happening based upon race?
Well, I think you should calm down, John, okay? Because it's not racist if Eric Adams does it, okay? The DOJ should be looking at everybody else, like Brandon Johnson.
Great question for you. Who's in charge of NYPD promotions? Is it Eric Adams or is it the police commissioner? And if you were having an issue concerning promotions and you felt that more black people should be promoted in the NYPD, would you go to Jessica Tisch or would you go to Eric Adams?
That's a very good question. Who's really running the NYPD right now? Who's making those decisions? Well, if we've seen all the events of the last 2 or 3 years, it kind of points to a certain guy in what is it, Center Street over there? What's a certain guy in City Hall over there,
right? In Pearl Street in like a Kaz. But like traditionally, should the police commissioner be in charge of promotions in the NYPD? Yeah, and if you had an issue with promotions in the NYPD, would you see the police commissioner or would you go to the mayor?
Absolutely, you go to the PC. The PC used to be an autonomous position, and They used to be the actual PC and not the new first deputy commissioner. The new figurehead of the department. But we live in pardon the noise outside, but we live in a different world now. And apparently these policies, these racist policies, and DEI isn't DEI when it's wrapped in a flag, or when somebody pretends to wrap themselves in a flag and be patriotic now.
There's a, and I know for a fact, there's a list of executives that are going to get promoted that went from the PC to City Hall, and it had to get approved. And there was times when that list got pushed back and got changed because City Hall didn't approve of everything. So City Hall is still in charge of those promotions. I mean, and that's how it is. I mean, they're afraid to send lists over there. And even when I was there, lists that were going to go for promotions. If it was certain detectives, especially in ESU, we kind of went in order, right? So the order that you came on, because we figured everybody in ESU does equal amount of work. So we would put if you came on as whatever, you got an ESU at 93, and we got up to that year, then progressively everybody that was in 93 would get promoted to second grade or whatever. There was a point where they said, no, it's not diversified enough, and would send the list back to us, and we would have to manipulate the list. It was totally unfair because that's how we did it. So it was all based on race, and it was sent back because they were afraid to send it to City Hall to get the approval, because there may have been 5 white guys that all came on in ESU at the same time, and we're sending those 5 white guys down. No good. No, it exists.
Can't go off merit and time and competence.
No.
Have to promote based upon race. All right, so obviously, we came under attack by members of the Shamaran, members of the Guardian Association, and members of Noble, and they said we were racist. So here's the president of the Guardians Association. Patrick Gordon, and he's telling the mayor of New York City, not the police commissioner, Jessica Tisch, how he's unhappy about the promotions and how his association is very unhappy about the promotions that are happening in New York City. So let's listen to this conversation. Let's hear what Patrick Gordon has to say.
Concerns that I receive a lot is a lot of black members of the NYPD says that it feels like black and browns are under attack right now in the agency.
So he's saying that the chocolate administration, that's Adams said that, not me. He's saying that the chocolate administration isn't hiring enough black and brown people or promoting black and brown people.
Right. And I know we had some issues that happened a couple of months ago.
So, and by the way, he's basically saying that Jessica Tisch is a racist police commissioner. That's basically what he's alluding to, is that the promotion practice are racist, and he's going around the police commissioner straight to the mayor.
But we know the agency is 180 years old, and this is not the first time they've seen something unfortunate. But it seems like the response, and this is not my words, this is the words of over 2,000 paid members. They said it seems like that the response is that all blacks and all browns are, we're all, it's not in to be black or brown, right? And some of the things that they use that's being used is some of the demotion of black executives. We had Tariq Shepard, we had Paul Gamble, we had some Latinos that was out, so we had Miguel Iglesias. So now I receive increased pressure, like, hey, what are you doing? What is the Guardians doing? Because it's just a feel. It may be for a number of reasons, and they may not know the reason.
Wait, so huge corruption scandal happens. The Tariq Shepard pushes the police commission. He should have been terminated. Jeffrey Madry should have been terminated. Miguel Iglesias should have been terminated. And he's worried why they were even demoted or forced out.
There's other things behind the scenes that we don't know, but the appearance is that. The second concern that I'm receiving highly is it appears that everything is a tie knot. Someone brought to my attention every promotion that we've had since January has had somebody with the last name, make a chief, right? And we've only had maybe 1-2 blacks make it, but it's a whole bunch of ties walking across the stage. And they pointed out the chief of the department is a tie, the XO of the department is a tie, the CEO of the office is tied, personnel people. So they're like, well, we see one group running things, and this is the way it looks. And again, it may be things that I don't know, right? So, and this is why I want to put it on you. And I know you're running a big city. Like the police department is just one portion of what you're responsible for. And so we just wanted to put out there that these are concerns, and maybe you can help us. We can have some conversations because there might be things that people are not paying attention to. So we can put on a radar.
Yeah.
So he wants the mayor to look at race-based promotions, and he's unhappy with the race-based promotions. And he's saying that Jessica Tisch is a racist police commissioner and that the NYPD is racist against black promotions. So he wants Eric Adams to look at bringing in race-based promotions, which is completely illegal.
And Eric Adams is already involved in it too. I don't know why Eric Adams just didn't say, I already look at it, So.
No, he said he'll look into it. And of course he will.
Yeah.
And I think you'll see in the next couple of months. But yeah, that's who's working for you, Jessica. That's who you got working for you. They're going around back to the mayor, and that's basically what it is. So yeah, let's get more race-based promotions in there.
You've just watched a clip from our live episode. Click the description to watch the full episode. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this.